Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Southeast Termite and Pest Control. Let me tell you something about the pest control business. It is very, very rare for companies to be adding termite technicians in the fall and winter. That's not the case when you are growing the way that Southeast Termite and Pest Control is growing. Call them this week if you have an interest in either of those openings, because they're adding 2 spots. Also, that's because of you, our viewers, and I have to say thank you. Whenever we put a sponsor on this show, you guys flock to them. You trust me on that. I do appreciate it. That's why we take it very seriously who we put on this show. So Southeast Termite and Pest Control, I trust them. They do my house. Let them do your house. All right, back with these fellows to talk basketball. Mark Pankratz, Mike Strange, Isaiah Victor. 30 to 60 seconds each here, rapid fire. Everybody gets their own question. Mark Pankratz is a former assistant. You've seen a lot of arthroscoped knees. Robert Hubbs had his knee scoped just this week. They're saying he's going to miss the Butler game. How long, and everybody's different, but generally speaking, how long until somebody's back to 100%?
Everybody is different. I think the timing of it is a good thing because they're out of class. So they can live and breathe treatment with Chad, their trainer, and Dr. Clank. So I think he'll be back quicker than he would be if they were in school. But Hubbs is a beat-up guy. He has a lot of nicks and knacks. But I think it'll be a couple weeks till he is 100%.
Okay. Mike Strange, we're going to go to you. 6'5" redshirt freshman Jabari McGee is going to transfer. I don't know that anybody sees that as a shock. It's probably one of those that long-term is good for both. It opens up a scholarship for Tennessee. The young man's going to go somewhere where he gets more playing time. But when you've got as little depth as Tennessee does in front of him, he wasn't playing much, but you're one sprained ankle away. Is it a good thing short-term for Tennessee if McGee leaves?
Short-term, no, I don't think it is. I think the long-term is more important. But short-term, he helps them at times. And he's an energy guy, even though he shrunk from 6'8" last year to 6'5" this year somehow. He was an energy guy. He would help them some this year. Maybe you want to count short-term also that this means Kyle Alexander and Ray Kasanga will get more playing time short-term, so that helps. But
all right, very good. Isaiah Victor, let me ask you this one. Kevin Punter, first in the SEC in scoring, second in the SEC in steals per game. Armani Moore, second in the SEC in blocks per game, 8th in rebounding, and second on UT's team to Punter in terms of scoring. Looks like Tennessee's a 2-man team right now. Are they too dependent on those 2 guys, and is there anything they can do about it at this point?
Not at this point, and you definitely don't want to slow Punter down. He's shooting at a very high clip, scoring a lot of points. Armani Moore, not so much to score, but he has had some big point production in some games. It's just a phase of the season. You're going to go through it. Some other guy probably get hot, a little later in the season, depending on the opportunity that he gets. So, I just think for this phase, they're fine.
Is Hubbs the X factor? If he comes back healthy, that's another guy that you can lean on.
Oh, yeah.
Balkman's put some points up, which has been a little bit of a surprise for me.
I think Balkman can be a little bit of an X factor too.
Okay.
And it'll be interesting to see how the coaches continue to try to get guys easier shots, because one of the big things is we don't have a pure point guard or a big guy that can make the game easier for others. And so by playing up tempo or implementing some different schemes here, when the kids do have some more time outside of school, it'll be interesting to see what things are adjusted here moving forward.
And against Nebraska, he sat some of the older gents were sat down in that second half. So it will be interesting to see what his rotation becomes a month from now, 2 months from now as we roll through the season. Mark and Isaiah, we'll see you on Overtime. Send us your basketball questions now. We'll talk to you today after the show on our website. Mike Strange, stay right there. We're going to bring Jimmy and Bob back for more bowl talk, something you haven't seen in terms of TV draw. Tennessee versus Florida. Numbers just for you. Come back on the Sports Source.
From East Tennessee to Kentucky, no job is too small for Benedict Construction. Electrical work, heating and air installation, even carports and garages. With a reputation for excellence, rely on the custom work of Benedict Construction.